And next up at UFC 326, we've got Ricky Turcios taking on Alberto Montes. Carlos, who you got in this one?
I'm going to take Montes in this one. Montes is debuting, so you never know how the octagon jitters will affect him, if at all. Not a big puncher, but he keeps a nice high guard, and he has very good counter fighting in the pocket that can force Turcios to have to shoot, which, then will make him a victim of an anaconda choke or a Darce choke, which Montes actually has a couple finishes with. Seem to be what he's looking for in the submission department. Since Turcios reaches for takedowns and he bends at the waist, that could leave that opening for Montes to get the submission. So I do like Turcios. I think he's a lot of pressure. He doesn't have big power either. I just think that he's never really looking for a finish. He's just looking to keep the energy, keep the pace going. But Montes is looking to see if he can get any type of submission he can. And if he's on top, he's looking to keep that ground control. So I'm going to take Montes to get this one done.
Yeah, 2 for Montes here. Ricky Turcios is a guy, as Carlos mentioned, more of a high-volume striker, heavy pressure, uses his cardio as a weapon, but good in the scrambles, and ultimately to get fights to the ground. His wrestling is sloppy, and I think he's definitely going to be a victim of the Montes anaconda. As Carlos mentioned, great front chokes on the guy, good anacondas, good Darces, and it's definitely his go-to submission. And I could definitely see it happening here. This is very much one of these fights that if you're a guy that breaks down MMA, if you're a guy that watches tape and kind of has your own picks, this is a fight where you see time and time again Ricky Turcios shoots in for sloppy takedowns, and I think that he leaves his neck exposed, especially late in fights, and I do think that Montes is definitely going to be live here to find some sort of submission. Might be a prop worth watching if you're a better. And I do think on the feet as well that Montes is a guy that, he's got decent kickboxing, very nice kicks, really nice counter striking as well. Turcios is a guy that isn't known for his power, so you've got a guy that's going to really just pressure and have a lot of volume against a guy that's always looking for a finish and tends to get it. So give me Montes here, training out of the Goat Shed. Love the name. Training over there with Gillian Roberts, and his grappling's, pretty decent. His chokes are pretty decent, and I like his counter-striking ability. So I definitely think a guy like Turcios isn't going to give him too many problems. So give me Montes here to get this one done. Get it for the Goat Shed, baby.
Last thing.